Well, the Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi marks its 100 days in government today. They had an open cabinet meeting in Connaught Place in the heart of the capital. Just hours earlier, in a major shot in the arm for them, the Delhi High Court ruled that Delhi's anti-corruption unit will report to Mr. Kejriwal's government, and also said the Home Ministry's order on the LG's powers last week was suspect. The entire cabinet was present along with the Chief Minister, taking questions from citizens today, asking people whatever problems they had and also talking about their achievements. The question is, when you look at the AAP's 100 days in power, has there been more controversy and more confrontation than needed, or is this a just battle that the Aam Aadmi Party is fighting? We have Saurabh Bhardwaj of the AAP joining us on the program this evening. Saurabh, of course, the Aam Aadmi Party government must be quite upbeat after what the High Court said today. How do you, though, when you look at the 100 days of your government in Delhi, how do you answer those critics who say that it's just been too much controversy, too much confrontation? Where is the governance? Saurabh.
I think all the people who have been criticizing us have been really very cruel to us. All the status quo, there is a lobby of people who are status quo people, and they always want the status quo to be maintained in the system. You talk about the IAS officers, whenever you have a Sanjeev Chaturvedi, you have a lot of noise. Whenever you have a Ashok Khemka, you have a lot of noise. You have a lot of noise when you have Durga Shakti Nagpal. So similarly, when there is Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party government, there is supposed to be a lot of noise, because we are not ready to accept the status quo which these parties did maintain for 65 years in this country.
Okay, interesting. Interesting your use of the word that those who criticize you have been very cruel. Are you saying that all the criticism has been unfair?
No, look, criticism can be constructive, and the government's politicians should take, constructive criticism in a positive way. But I think people have been too harsh, especially, while interpreting. Let me talk about the Constitution of India. All the law books, all the Constitution in India, each line in the Constitution is there to protect the democracy. However, I could see a lot of people, in the meanwhile, try to interpret Constitution as if Constitution is here to destroy the democracy. And the way we had a High Court judgment today, it upheld the stand of Delhi government that at the end of the day, it's the democracy which prevails. You cannot misinterpret the Constitution. Okay. Constitution in your own convenience.
Okay, let me first divide this in two parts then, Ashok Malik. One is on what is immediately at hand, which is this confrontation with the centre. Do you think that the centre has handled this badly?
You see, this is obviously an ongoing battle between central governments and state governments, especially when they happen to be adversarial in Delhi, because Delhi is it's a union territory, but it's also a half state. There are two issues here, though I must say today's High Court judgment has been a shot in the arm for AAP. There's no question about that. Though this will certainly go to the Supreme Court, and we haven't heard the last of this. There are two issues here. One, the Delhi police obviously serves Delhi, but comes under the central government. On a daily basis, the state government has no control over it. So can the ACB, the Anti-Corruption Bureau of the Delhi government, cover the police, or should there be another body? This is a very valid question. The High Court has one view on it. I respect that view, but the Supreme Court view will have to be heard out as well. Second, when it comes to the IAS cadre, for instance, or the IPS cadre, in UP there is a UP cadre, in Madhya Pradesh there is a Madhya Pradesh cadre. Union territories have a common cadre, Dainik's cadre. So does a Dainik's cadre officer belong only to Delhi, or does he belong to Delhi and Pondicherry? This again is a question that has to be clarified. And to what degree does Delhi government or Pondicherry's government have autonomy over deciding the future of this officer? It's not an easy question to answer. It's not a question of whether Modi likes Kejriwal or Kejriwal likes Modi. It's a more complicated answer.
No, but is the question also, Shekhar Gupta, then that about whether a democratically elected chief minister should have a say in the selection of his officers? Look, which is what it came down to.
Look, in principle,
yes,
you have to say yes, but Delhi is a different kind of state. In fact, in some ways, it's not even union territory. In some ways, Delhi's state government, or so-called state government, elected government, has even less power than that of Pondicherry. So this is a reality. Now, you can campaign to have it changed. Frankly, I believe that it should not be changed. I believe, in fact, that Delhi should be cut up into different municipalities, and there should be a mayor who should be empowered. But that decides. Now the die is cast. I think Delhi is a limited state, and frankly, Arvind Kejriwal has also perfected the tactics of displaying a degree of difficulty, first making impossible promises, which he has, and then producing a degree of difficulty which looks impossible, saying, look, I would have given all this to you before voters ask, but you promised us free Wi-Fi, free this, free this, free that, free but what, how can I, so many colleges, a marshal in every bus, God knows how many, 1.5 million or something like that cameras, CCTV cameras, then he will say nobody is letting me work. So in fact, tactically, so that is the point in principle. But tactically, because his is a very small government and a very small upstart party, as the BJP sees it, I don't see it say that, they should have actually accommodated them and pretended to go along with them for 6 months, 1 year. BJP should have
you're saying the centre could have played it differently.
They should have been more patient with them, and then if they were not able to deliver on their impossible promises, then said, look, we've done everything to enable them to do what they promised you. But you know, if it was so easy to do these things, if it was possible to do these things, we would have made the same promises to you. I think to that extent, the centre has blown it.
Ashok wanted a quick point before I get
I just want to make 2 points. One, if Mr. Kejriwal has made exaggerated poll promises, frankly, so have other parties previously.
Yeah.
If Mr. Kejriwal wants more powers for the Delhi government, he's within his rights to want that. What really left me appalled was that he picked one individual officer, Shakuntala Gamblin, who I don't know and I don't hold any brief for her. He's accused her of being a lobbyist for Reliance. He's accused her of corruption in public and offered no evidence, and now that issue is dead and forgotten.
She was there actually.
He should offer evidence.
In fact, that letter that he quotes, letter of comfort, is a very regular letter of comfort. It only says, we will help you recover your money from
I'll get Saurabh to comment on that, but I'll get
Mr.
Singh to comment on what Shekhar was saying. That the centre could have been more accommodative. And how do you look at the High Court order today, which basically says that the LG needs to consult the Council of Ministers in Delhi. He can't take a decision on his own.
As Shekhar Gupta ji just pointed out, that Delhi is a very special case because it's a national capital. So it cannot be a state with full powers, and yet the population of the state has has got the statehood done. But at the same time, Arvind Kejriwal is always crying foul as a chief minister of a state, of the national capital state. You have to get over this strategy, and then trying to push people to the edge. What happened in front of his eyes to Gajendra. All this opposition and this activism, it doesn't behove a chief minister to be doing all this. You're saying he's not out of the activist mode? He's certainly not out of the activist mode. As far as today's judgment is concerned, I'm sure the Bharatiya Janata Party or the Prime Minister, having been a ex-Chief Minister himself, we have no problems about it. We've always said stood for more decentralization, and in fact, as the budget has shown, we've given from 32%, we've given them a 42% share.